a Devon body. Been in the same family for many, many years, apparently. But this one's sitting on an MGA chassis with a small block Chevy in it. They're allowed to run it that way because it was run that way in the 70s. Here's one of the Trans Am Camaros that's racing today. Here we got one of the old vintage NASCAR Pontiacs. That would have been mid-90s. Back in the good old days of NASCAR. There's a Boss 302 Mustang. It'll be probably a 69, I think. I don't know the details of these as well. Just used to see a ton of these out here. Not so much anymore. We're in the garage here with more cars. Versus brand as a Cadillac, but it's really just an LS engine. There's a Trans Am Series Mustang. I don't remember which car this is as far as the series and stuff. But it's got a Lexus engine in it. Maybe a prototype, I think. And of course, Porsche. A couple old Trans Am Corvettes. I think these two cars are usually show up at this race pretty much every year. Got about a 65, about a 66 Corvette. Ourselves a 356 Coupe and either a early 911 or a 912. It's a long hood car. So we got an XK120 and a Bobsy. We got ourselves a Toyota Supra, BMW 3 Series, another 3 Series BMW, and a Corvair. That's the Yanko Corvair. And of course, Mid-Ohio has a driving school. These are some of the cars that they actually use for the driving school. One of these days I'd like to do that. Now, I am not real good at picking out the different single-seater cars, so I'm not going to try to say what they are. Or even this style car. I'm pretty sure I know what this one is, I just can't think of it off the top of my head. Here we got a bunch of, I don't know, you want to call them Ginettas or Ginettas, however it's supposed to be pronounced. I would always pronounce them Ginetta, but I might be wrong on that one.
Production-based cars, they have obviously less horsepower than the Trans Am cars. SVT point leader is Richard Forsyth. He's here this weekend. Forsyth 58.
Here we got what's probably about a 71-ish Corvette. I know it's got to be 69 or newer because they changed the sail panel here. So here we got the big red Camaro. If you're into racing and don't know what this is, you must be living under a rock. Pretty well-known car. We got those open wheel racers. I believe these might be Formula Atlantic or Formula 2000, but I'm not 100% sure. Never been a huge fan of the open wheel cars, so I don't pay enough attention to be able to tell them apart. Another old vintage NASCAR here, with a late 80s Oldsmobile. Could be early 90s as well. We got a few BRE Datsuns here. 280Z and a 510. Now we're getting into where all the Trans Am cars are. We got a bunch of Camaros here. Bunch of Mustangs here. 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So some of the Trans Am cars were just out practicing and have come back in. So here's one of them, Corvette. Here we got one of the Trans Am Porsches. Got a couple Maseratis here. I know at least one of them was on the track before. That was this one here, because they actually had a problem and ended up having to get towed in. Here we got 7 more Mustangs. Of course, the Trans Am class is pretty much all Camaros and Mustangs. Finally, we find a little bit of vintage British stuff in the paddock. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot here this year. A couple of bug eyes here. One obviously having a bit of an issue. One MGB. I don't know if there's another one here, but it's the only one I've seen so far. We've got some vintage open wheelers here. Of course, we got the one Viper here. If you're into watching the same stuff I am, you know whose car this is and who's working with them. Kevin from KSR.